Hi guys, this is Mrs. Mendy, and today I'm going to show you how to convert from grams to moles. Okay, so you may have a question sometime in your chemistry career that is something like this. So if you have 42 grams of water, how many moles is that? And you might have this question because grams is the thing that we can measure. That is on the human scale. Um, Moles, it's sort of hard to measure moles. You can't measure them directly. You can only measure them indirectly by doing a calculation. Because grams, we have something that can measure it, a scale. But moles, you have to calculate out. So I'm going to show you how to calculate out with this example. And most of this is going to be example. Okay, so if you have 42 grams of water, how many moles is that? So first thing you have to do is you have to find out how many grams of water are in 1 mole of water. So basically you have to find the molar mass. And if you don't know what that is or you've forgotten, you may want to go back and look at my molar mass video. Okay, so you find out how many grams of water in 1 mole. And here's how you do that, the short version. So H2O is water, so it's got 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So 2 hydrogens, each of them weighs 1 gram. Um, a mole of hydrogen weighs 1 gram, and so you have 2 moles in each water, a mole of water. And then oxygen weighs 16 grams. That's its atomic mass. And there's one atom of that in uh, your water. So that's going to be 2 times 1 plus 1 times 16 is 18. And that's going to be 18 grams per mole of water. Okay? So there's your molar mass for water is 18, about. I'm rounding off there. Now, here comes the surprise thing. You're going to convert using dimensional analysis. Okay? And this is a general mathematical technique, but it's of great use to chemistry and physics especially. Okay, so I'm going to go through an example of this. Uh, Review of dimensional analysis. Here we go. So remember that there are conversion factors between units. So something that tells you how many of one thing is equal to another thing. So 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. And 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. Okay, those are just definitions. Those are things that are true by definition. Okay, now this is just a thing of math. These conversion factors can be changed into a fraction. Okay, the fraction will equal 1 always, 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 always. Okay, so if 12 inches equals 1 foot, that means we can convert this into a fraction that looks like this, where it's 12 inches divided by 1 foot equals 1. 1 inch divided by 2.54 centimeters, you can do the same thing. You put 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters is still going to be equal to 1 because they're equal to each other. And anything divided by itself is going to be equal to 1. Okay, same thing. 100 centimeters to a meter is 1. 3 feet divided by 1 yard is 1. This is going to equal 1 all the time. Okay, that's just a truism of math. Another truism of math is that if this fraction is equal to 1, you can flip it upside down and it's still going to be equal to 1. So it's as if, because this is equal to this, 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. It's like saying 1 divided by 1 is 1. Or, anything divided by anything, it's still going to be 1. Okay, since these are equal, it doesn't matter. You can flip it upside down. It's the same exact thing, and it's equal to 1. Okay? Now, to do this kind of calculation, to use the dimensional analysis, you're going to flip the fraction, or you're going to choose whichever version of this fraction that you're converting to. So the thing that you're looking for, the thing that you're converting to, is on top. Okay? Example. How many feet are in 733.5 inches? Okay? And I don't care that you can do this in your head, okay? I'm showing you this way of doing something with an easy example so that when it gets hard, you can depend on the procedure. You can depend on the algorithm, okay? So you want feet, so you're going to choose the fraction, the conversion vector that has feet on top. So which one has feet on top? Well, that one, okay? This one, so we bring this down. This is the version that we're going to use. It's exactly the same as this, okay? This is equal to 1, and we're going to multiply it by the number in the problem that you're converting, okay? Remember, we can multiply anything in the world by 1, and it's still going to equal itself. So it doesn't matter. This is the mathematical trick that you are using just to convert stuff, okay? All right, so we're going to multiply that by the number in the problem. There it is. Okay? Then we're going to cross out units that are on the top and the bottom. Okay? Because we've got this fraction here and then this fraction here. I just got this from the problem. That's the thing we're trying to convert. We're going to convert this many inches into feet. Okay? So when we cross out the units on the top and bottom, we cross out the inches here and the inches here so that whatever this math turns out to be, it's going to be in terms of feet because it's on top and that's the only unit that is left. Sometimes dimensional analysis is called unit method. Ooh, that disappeared. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so this, when you multiply this out, then you're just going to multiply and divide. So it's going to end up being 1 times 733.5 divided by 12 divided by 1. But we don't really care about the ones because they don't change anything. So it's going to be, in your calculator, you're going to do 733.5 divided by 12. And that's going to come out to this number in feet. Okay, because that's our only unit that is left. Okay? So remember, you start with the thing that you're converting to on top, you multiply it by the thing that cancels out, so it's got to be the same unit on the bottom that is in your thing you're trying to convert. Okay? And the thing that you're looking for will be on the top. Now, there are more complex versions of this that we will maybe do later, but for now, this is the easy example. Okay? Now, if you're going to do 42 grams of water, how many moles is that? So right now, we've all wanted to start with the unit that we want to end up with. So what we want is moles of water because we're looking for how many moles is that? How many moles of water? Okay, so we put that and we put the grams, so since we came out that this 18 is 1 mole, so we can make this fraction because 1 mole of water is 18 grams of water. These are exactly equal to each other. So it's just like what we did. 12 inches is 1 foot. These are equal to each other. So I can turn this whichever way I want to, but I'm putting it with the unit I want to end up with, moles, on top. Okay? That's why it's in this orientation. 1 mole is equal to this, but I'm putting 1 mole on top of this. So this whole thing is just equal to 1. Okay? That's why I can do this. And then I'm going to multiply by that, by the number of grams from the problem. So 42 grams, we're wanting to convert this. We're just taking this conversion, this number, and converting it by using this, doing this mathematical trick where this whole thing is equal to 1. Okay? But now we're going to cancel out. So the unwanted units cancel out. So grams of water is down here. Grams of water is over here. You could, if it makes you feel better, you could put this over 1 because anything, any number is the same as itself over 1. So you're going to end up on your calculator doing 1 times 42 divided by 18. Okay, realistically, you know that 1 doesn't change anything. So you just take 42 and divide by 18. Okay, and that comes out to 2.33 moles of water. So 42 grams of water is 2.33 moles of water, which is what we were trying to find out. Okay, that's it for today, and I'll see you later.